Alright, let's be honest. How many times have you walked onto a job site and wondered why half your crew suddenly looks like they're auditioning for Sweden's next top model? Casually posing and waiting around for something to do. Newsflash, they're probably not lazy, you're just tracking their time like it's 1983. If you're new here, I'm Gustav. I've spent over a decade knee-deep in the construction trenches. Everything from running renovation projects to managing teams. And now I'm on a mission to drag construction companies kicking and screaming into 21st century. Look, nobody wakes up excited to talk about timesheets. Trust me. But here's the thing. If you screw up tracking your crew's hours, you're basically burning cash. Your guys write down their hours on some crumpled piece of paper, usually at the end of the week after 5 coffees and a couple of beers. And guess what? That stuff is about as accurate as a weather forecast in April. Then you wonder why your project budgets look more like wishful thinking than reality. A few years ago, I was reviewing an employee's timesheet and we couldn't figure out how he'd logged so many hours with so little to show for it. Turns out he'd been logging his commute from home as work time for weeks. That was clearly against the rules, and when we brought it up, he just shrugged and said, "I didn't know you couldn't do that." The thing is, he wasn't a bad guy. But our pen and paper system made it easy. It was slow, outdated, and ridiculously easy to manipulate. Kind of like your ex's Instagram feed. Most of the time, it's not your workers, seriously. It's that your system sucks. If your best way to ensure accurate time tracking is based on trust, well, you're basically praying your team doesn't like taking extra long coffee breaks or spending their afternoons on TikTok. The good news? It's actually easy to fix. Just move from pen and paper to a digital system. I'm not saying you gotta use ours. There's plenty of options out there, but here's what actually works. Real-time digital tracking. No more rounding hours or guessing games. When your team clocks in digitally, you see exactly what's going on. Task-specific registration. Every hour logged against actual tasks means you actually know if your drywall installation is on track, or if Johnny has been in the same bathroom for 4 days straight. Geolocation checks. Before you panic, this isn't Big Brother stuff, just simple accountability. If your guys say they're working on site, you can actually confirm it, without awkward phone calls or surprise visits. If your team's solid, but your bottom line still sucks, it's probably not your people, it's your outdated processes. And I think it's time to upgrade. Thank you for watching, and let's build smarter.